Welcome to ABC Interactive English. Hello everyone, I am Karen.
Hello everybody, I am Shane and we are now looking at part 2 of a natural leather from mushrooms.
That's right. Now we learned from part 1 that we can actually make leather from mushrooms, and that sounds quite surprising because we know, mushroom is a kind of vegetable.
Yeah.
So you don't have to really hurt any animals if you want to wear or use anything leather. Do you own anything leather?
I don't think I do because I'm a vegetarian and I try not to kill any animals.
Of course.
Right, and that would include leather because then I would be wearing something made from a dead animal, which I don't want to do. So I usually try to find things that are faux leather.
Oh.
F-A-U-X. Faux leather, you might hear that. It just means fake leather.
Not real leather.
Yeah, so like I'll have some jackets that are made from some kind of faux leather. I once had a pair of shoes that was made from hemp fiber.
Hemp fiber?
Yeah, it's just kind of a fiber from a plant. And basically, because as a vegetarian, we oftentimes are looking for some alternatives so that we don't have to kill any animals.
Animal products,
and
right?
And then use those products. So I found some shoes that were made from a faux kind of leather.
Okay.
And they lasted for a long time. They were very durable.
So were they also very expensive? I mean, they were not real leather.
They were reasonably priced.
Okay.
Not too expensive.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay, well, why don't we get into part 2 of our dialogue?
Let's go.
Miles and Celia keep talking.
Unlike animal leather, mushroom leather is good for the environment.
Is that because it takes less space to grow mushrooms?
Yes, it takes less water and energy too. Also, mushrooms make very little greenhouse gas.
So we're looking at part 2 of a natural leather from mushrooms. And we're also looking at a dialogue between Miles and Celia. So Miles and Celia keep talking. So I'm guessing they continue talking about the kind of leather that is made from mushrooms.
That's right, because in the first dialogue, they found out that he had a wallet. Miles had a wallet that was made from mushroom leather, right? So now they're going to continue the conversation. Miles says, unlike animal leather, mushroom leather is good for the environment. So a lot of people also become a vegetarian, not just because of maybe animal rights, but because also raising meat for food has a big impact on the environment. It can be bad for the environment. And planting vegetables and using different vegetables instead of meat requires a lot less land and is better for the environment. So we have a vocabulary word, unlike, which is a preposition. So that just means different from a particular thing. So different from something or different from some person. So for example, you could say music is quite unlike other types of arts.
Ah, okay. So basically, it just means not like other types of arts. Very different.
Yes, yes. Right.
Okay. And then you kept on mentioning this word environment, right? It's good for environment or bad for our environment. So environment, that's a noun. An environment basically is everything that is around us, which includes both living and non-living things like soil, water, animals, and plants, which adapt themselves to their surroundings. Okay, so for example, you could say, we're not doing enough to protect the environment from pollution. Right?
Right. And so in part of making animal leather, there might be some problems with pollution in the environment. So he's saying this is really better for the environment. So what does Celia say?
So now Celia says, is that because it takes less space to grow mushrooms? She's just throwing questions out there because she doesn't understand why it's good for our environment.
Or she might already know that raising meat is actually uses more energy and uses more resources. So he says, yes, it takes less water and energy too. Also, mushrooms make very little greenhouse gas. Now, greenhouse gas is the kind of gas that goes into our atmosphere and causes global warming, which makes it, you know, the temperature keep rising. Right.
And that's a big problem for us right now, right?
Right. Okay, so we have a vocabulary word, energy. So energy is a noun, and he said there that it requires less energy to make this mushroom leather. So energy is just a source of power that could be used for like moving a machine, like a car or something like that, or for, you know, lighting up a house or something that's used for power. And an example sentence could be, my LED light bulbs use less energy than standard light bulbs.
Okay, so we learned quite a lot about, you know, the mushroom and then the leather that is made from mushroom, how it's actually good for our environment instead of using the real leather, right?
Yeah, a lot of people might not really think about that type of thing. Maybe a lot of people will know, oh yeah, I know some people don't want to kill animals, so they might not want to use animal leather, but they might not know that in fact it's better for the environment as well. So growing vegetables, you can use less space, and this has more of, or actually has less of an impact on the environment. So it's better for the environment.
Exactly. Actually, so this actually sounds like a really good idea.
Cool. Well, let's take a break and find out more.
All right.
That's great. But how does mushroom leather compare to animal leather?
For one, mushroom leather has the look and feel of animal leather.
I can believe that. I couldn't tell with your wallet.
For another, mushroom leather is strong and can last a long time.
Maybe I should get a mushroom leather wallet.
Welcome back, everybody. So before the break, we found out from Miles that actually mushroom leather is better for the environment. And Celia says, oh yeah, you know, is that because it takes up less space, you know, to grow mushrooms? He says, yes, you know, not only that, but it requires less water, also less energy to produce this mushroom leather as opposed to animal leather. So what does Celia say now?
So now Celia says, that's great, but how does mushroom leather compare to animal leather? So she wants to know like how you compare them, right? So to compare, that is a verb. To compare is to look at two things and see how they are similar or different. So for example, you could say, we bought 2 different brands of peanut butter to see how they compare. Maybe how one is more nutty and one is sweeter, right?
Yeah, well, I think one concern people might have is why do people use animal leather when they're making either clothing or accessories? Is because it's quite durable, it's very strong, right?
Last a long time.
Yeah, so, and it has a certain feel to it. You even mentioned earlier that it has a smell,
Yes.
you know, it
Some
smells
people
good.
like that smell.
Yeah, so you might be curious, well then, how about mushroom leather? I mean, is it going to fall apart really quickly? Is it as durable? So Miles says, for one, mushroom leather has the look and feel of animal leather. So it not only looks like animal leather, but when you touch it, it also has the same feel of animal leather.
Okay.
So the look is just the appearance of something. Yeah. So for example, I could say, I like the look of your shirt.
Ah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, and then also the look and the feel of leather, right? So we're using this as a noun, but oftentimes we see this word feel, we would think of it or use it as a verb. Oh, I can feel this is very soft and this is very hard, but you can also use it as a noun. So the noun form of feel, it describes an awareness of something, of like a physical property of something. Like in the sentence, this place has the feel of a palace. Kind of when you walk in, it kind of feels that you're in a palace.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so now Celia says, I can believe that. I couldn't tell with your wallet. So by just looking at Miles' new wallet, she actually thought it was made from real leather.
Yeah, it's just I couldn't tell. Well, when you're saying tell here, that's not like tell somebody something. That just means that when you looked at it, you didn't notice that. You know, it didn't notice that it looked any different.
That's right.
Okay, so Miles says for another, because before he said for one, it has the look and feel of leather. So for another, mushroom leather is strong and can last a long time. So I think that's what a lot of people would be concerned about because real leather is strong.
That's
you know,
right.
In a wallet, you don't want to use it for a couple of months and it starts to fall apart. Right. Okay.
And now Celia says, maybe I should get a mushroom leather wallet. So now I think she's convinced that, the mushroom leather wallet is a good idea. Not only that it's good for the environment, it probably doesn't cost as much and it looks and feels like the real leather.
Yeah, and so we had the vocabulary word last because he says that it can last for a long time. That just means to continue to exist or to function well. So for example, my shoes lasted for a long time before I finally got rid of them. Right, so to last just means to just keep going and going and going.
That's right. And when you buy a product or you buy anything like a jacket, a pair of shoes, you will want them to last for a very long time, right? To make your money worth. So you don't have to keep spending your money to buy new ones, right?
All right, well, that's all the time we have for today, but we still have a part 3.
Yay!
So we'll see you next time.
Next time. Bye-bye.
Miles and Celia keep talking.
Unlike animal leather, mushroom leather is good for the environment.
Is that because it takes less space to grow mushrooms?
Yes, it takes less water and energy too. Also, mushrooms make very little greenhouse gas.
That's great. But how does mushroom leather compare to animal leather?
For one, Mushroom leather has the look and feel of animal leather.
I can believe that. I couldn't tell with your wallet.
For another, mushroom leather is strong and can last a long time.
Maybe I should get a mushroom leather wallet.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 environment 名词环境。We must protect the environment for future generations. 为了未来的世代，我们必须保护环境。Generation 指的就是世代。下一个单字 energy 名词能源。To save energy, we should turn off the lights when we leave the room. 为了节省能源，我们应该在离开房间时把灯关掉。下一个单字 look 名词外观样子。We liked the look of the hotel, but it was too expensive. 我们喜欢饭店的外观，但是它的价格太贵了。最后一个单字 feel 名词触感。The scarf has a soft feel. 这条围巾的触感很柔软。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 A is good for B. A 有利于 B. Good 在这里指的是有益的、有好处的。我们来看看这个例句。Reading is good for your brain. 阅读有利于你的大脑。下一个文法 A compares to B. 将 A 和 B 相比。Compare 是比较的意思。我们来看看这个例句。This restaurant doesn't compare to the one we went to last time. 这家餐厅比不上我们上次去的那一家。最后一个文法 For one, for another. 一来怎么样，二来怎么样。这是一个口语中用来描述论点或原因的用法。我们来看看这个例句。For one, the location is convenient.For another, the price is reasonable. 一来地点方便，二来价格合理。Location 指的是地点 ，reasonable 指的是合理的。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Hey, I haven't seen you in ages.
I just took my kids to Disneyland for a week. What have you been up to?
Well, I've been working on the sales projections for next year. Let's work on some translations. Today's topic is warm greetings and small talk. So our first one is 好久不见.
Long time no see.
Long time no see.
Okay, what about you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. We would say long time no see.
Yeah. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. That would have been good too. Okay. What about 你都在忙些什么?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you busy with?
Okay, or what have you been up to? Very good. What did we learn today? Today's topic for translations is warm greetings and small talk. The first phrase is, I haven't seen you in ages. In the sentence, in ages is referring to a long period of time. So a less formal way of saying this could be, long time no see. The second phrase is, what have you been up to? To be up to something means to be currently doing something. So this is a way of asking someone what they have been busy with lately. You can also say, what's up with you these days? And these are our translations for today. Kiwi later!